Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Lisa Blonay, and I am with another live video, you guys. I am here to bring you the latest in these social media streets, okay? Thank you guys for tapping into Blonay Media. Let's get into something. Now, today I wanted to bring light and awareness and attention. If you guys didn't know, I'm about to fill you in. Now, did you guys know, or have you guys seen that Chrisean'S latest interview that she did on, I hate when I want to get this name wrong, Project Danza? That video, that interview is like no other interview that she's done. And that video, that interview, Chrisean'S denial in that video sparked a viral video. Have y'all seen it? Not only did it do that, but the concern for Junior grows. And that's really what motivated me to come here, because the fear for Junior is at an all-time high, as far as I'm concerned. And if you're an advocate for Junior, for children, you are going to kind of feel what I'm talking about, okay? Due to Chrisean'S actions and denial, I feel like the fear for Junior's well-being and safety has grown, okay? And we are going to get into this, all right? I also want to show you, because you guys know I like to take you down the rabbit hole, all right? A cautionary tale, all right? And this is what's in the back of our minds. This is what motivates us to, and puts urgency in all of our videos. Anybody that advocates for Junior, this is what we want you to know, what our thinking is. We want you to know what the end goal is. And I think this cautionary tale will drive that point home, okay? This will show you not only what a horrible human being that we think that Chrisean is, but I always tell you that she is just a drop in the bucket. Not alone. Not alone. What does that mean? She only represents a sector of society. Okay? And that's the sad part, you guys. That is the sad part. Now, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Hold on. I know, I'm very ghetto fabulous over here, but that's why you're here. And that's why I work so hard, because we're moving up, okay? Please be patient with me. God is not through with me yet. Some shit may break down, some shit may go wrong, all right? But that's why we're all here. That's why I asked you guys to pour into my platform, all right? New equipment, new laptop. You know, I'm trying to upgrade myself. All right. So I'm just letting y'all know some shit may go wrong. All right. But thank you guys so much for being here with me. Love you, love you, love you, y'all. All right. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. You guys can hear me. All right, you guys, let's see. Now, at some point, and I want you guys to know, at some point, we have to stop blaming everybody else and take this internally too. As a human being, we are not immune. When I point the finger at some people, at something, certain things, I'm pointing that finger right back, because I'm not perfect, right? None of us are. But at some point, we have to stop blaming everybody else and start talking about accountability, because what we're watching right now isn't just internet drama. All right. It's becoming genuinely concerning. Now, lately, Chrisean Rock has been speaking out, addressing critics, and explaining her situation. But a lot of viewers feel like every explanation points outward instead of inward. I feel like we're walking backward. I feel like every time we take a step forward, we take 9 steps back when it comes to this conversation. All right. And that's where the conversation gets uncomfortable, because accountability isn't about who hurt you, who doubted you, or who misunderstood you. It's about asking, what role did I play? And for the life of me, Chrisean cannot get to that point. And a lot of people are like, why are you guys not blaming Blueface? Why are you guys not? We're holding Blueface accountable for what he's done and what he's still doing in his life. But he is not to be held responsible for her not taking accountability for the role that she played, because it takes two. In order for us to blame Blueface and let him take responsibility of his part that he played, he wasn't there by himself. Who was he there with? Let me guess. Chrisean. And yet she keeps pushing the blame. Many people online are expressing concern about the choices made publicly during the pregnancy and afterwards, especially when it comes to like the health, the stability, and the medical care for Junior. It's about a bigger truth, y'all. Y'all looking too small. Y'all thinking too menial. Children like Junior deserve access to support, medical guidance, and intervention when needed. Those resources exist to help kids develop, for him to grow, and to live his optimal life. But the sooner the better. The more we wait, the harder it's going to be for him, and the worse off he becomes. Don't y'all get it? Better late than never, but never late is better. We want Junior to reach his full potential. And when people see moments like this online that appear to dismiss like professional advice, what did she say? Something, we're about to look at the clip. What did she say? Something about what God told her, and when the doctor speaks against you, girl, that doctor ain't speaking against you. You think that doctor got a special vendetta against you and your child? You daffy broad. In anybody else's mind, it naturally raises the alarm. Not hate, girl, concern, girl, diagnosis, girl, science. All created by God. I don't know if it's the same God, because girl, you got me questioning. All right. Now, this specific video, let's look at the clip first, okay? Because I came across a video, and when it was brought to my attention, it had 1 million views. Okay. When I went back I looked at it. Oh my God, it's viral. I didn't watch it though. When I went back to watch it, it had 2 million views. And now I just took my ass right on over there today to pull it up so y'all can see it. It has 3 million views. If that ain't viral, I don't know what is. But it's the source that it went viral up under. All right. First of all, let me let you guys hear exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get into the clip. Okay. Now, this is a whole interview. You guys, if you guys want to go over there to the Dancer Project, let me see what it says. Oh, it's not even on here. But the Dancer Project, if you guys want to see the full video in its entirety, go on over there. Okay. Knock yourself out. All right. It's going to make your stomach hurt. All right. You're going to feel like you got a boo-boo 3 minutes in, but go on over there and watch it. I mean, it will enlighten you on where her mind is, but let's go ahead and get into this shorts. Okay. Just a small clip of what I want you guys to see. And I definitely will be over in the chat, you guys. Let's get into this. Hold on. Let me take this down. Let me pull this up for you guys. And let's go ahead and get into this clip.
timing. Every child is different. Ability. My son does not because of his disability. My son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Bro, but it's like, don't tell me. I ain't saying not even just that. It's like saying if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son. Like, I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm gonna just be like, exactly. I said it. Nah, I told y'all. He told y'all. Shoot, I was just relaying the message. It's like one of those.
She sounds like a whole cult leader. I don't know what it is that everything that she says when it's about Junior, or when she speaks on herself, it always sounds so cultish to me, right? And Chrisean talks about everything and points the finger at everybody except herself. She runs from accountability like Crips and Bloods run from the police. The way that Chrisean partied and drank her way through her pregnancy should be criminal, because I see it as a criminal act. Her thoughts, really, when you look at it, they're not based in reality. Not any reality that I know. There is a disconnect there. And this is what points us to mental disorders, mental illness, something mental health. That's our go-to, because I can't for the life of me explain why she doesn't get it. I can't. Her thoughts really aren't based in reality. If you don't see the delusion in her, I'm going to have to question your sanity, ma'am, sir. I mean, I chalk most of the people up to flying monkeys, right? I kind of dismiss you, but you really got to think about it. Either you condone her behavior because you mimic this behavior, and all y'all need to be checked at this point. All y'all need to be checked out at this point if you go along with this BS. Because Chrisean deliberately and openly denies her child the same rights that any human on this earth should have. Are you dumb? This is why another reason why I do these lives, because I need to connect with real people that have different perspectives, different POVs, even if you don't agree with me. Some people in the chat be like, oh girl, I see what you're saying. But they don't actually agree with me on everything. And I get it. Those are the kind of people I want. I don't want a bunch of yes men. I don't want a bunch of go along getter. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. We're not trying to start a gang over here. Okay? We're not. All I want is truth seekers, independent thinkers, and people with half of the common sense God gave a motherfucking worker ant. Okay? Half the sense God gave a jackass. That's all you need. It's not much. The same rights any human on this earth should have. Well, what is that? The right to medical care. Hello? The right to a normal life and everyday abilities to eat, to walk, to talk. Who is she to deny anybody that access for that, right? Talking about, well, if I said it, who are you? And you guys wonder what I talk about, delusions of grandeur and this superiority that she has. Who the fuck are you, bitch? If I said it, what? That's insanity to me. And the way she talks, like I say, that's what makes it almost cult-like. Because she hides behind the Bible and uses God as an excuse. How dare you? Because in her mind, as long as she's spewing fake godliness, it makes what she does okay. And it excuses what she did. But what she doesn't realize is that you did it in front of the world. You fucking bozo. Excuse me, Slowy. Excuse me, miss, ma'am. I'm going to need for you to come in front of the real congregation. Right over here. Not that fake church, not that fake pastor, not that fake that you be trying. No. Not that fakeness that you used to. I need for you to come stand in front of the real congregation. All right? You did it in front of the whole world. And there are endless clips out there that we play. We put it in our videos. We use as think pieces every damn day. And there's nothing you can do about it. Talking about, I don't see certain stuff. I don't even know who you're talking about. Girl, you know exactly what we're talking about. You own this shit right on rice. You remember that girl who wanted to fight you? Who? Girl. Egypt. Ho. Oh, you mean the one that doesn't have any hair? Then you always trying to throw shots at people. You always trying to talk shit about people's looks, how their pockets. You got that Zeus check, everybody was poor. Girl, you up and down like a merry-go-round. Girl, you're like a pogo stick. And I want off. I want off this roller coaster. Because what do I scream for? This is my theme park. You're just a ride. And I want off this roller coaster ride. She's up and down and up and down. And she expects us to do that with her. Bitch, I'm off this bitch. Take your ticket. I'm not standing in line. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Hope. They need to shut that shit down. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's poor just because she has an experience, girl. That's only going to last as long as that 100K or whatever you got from Zeus. When you run through that, you're going to be back down here with the rest of us. Now, I looked up your worth, and you are considered a millionaire. So maybe I have to eat my words, but bitch, you ain't acting like it. Because when we see you on a blow-up bed on the floor, with Junior crammed into some damn corner somewhere, we have to second guess, what the fuck are you doing? And some people are like, oh, she spends it on, ain't that many drugs in the world. That's where the mental health comes back in. Because you remember, y'all had to convince me that she didn't have no money. You had to convince me that she didn't have no money. I couldn't for the life of me even fathom that she don't got no money. So mentally, she is choosing to live this way. Oh, she's homeless. She don't have it. But she has the access and the means and the funds to go get a spot. She does. Without this recent spurt of money that she just got from Zeus, that whole got money. She chooses this. She chooses to live this way, y'all. She didn't have to be up on a blow-up bed. I mean, I know we take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Get a key out of it. We get some attention or whatever, you know. I get it. But you have to think about it. Ain't that much drugs in the world where she is blowing through 100K and next month we get ready to see her back on a blow-up bed. Come on now. I'm not going to believe it. I believe there's a mental block, something mentally OFF with this woman that is making her live this way. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's get into the viral video, okay? And we'll come back to this because I also found the website for Shepherd's Pratt. I was looking up some things on histrionic personality disorder, right? And we're not a doctor, we're not diagnosing, but we are looking at patterns of behavior. And if it fits, if that shoe fits, put that bitch on. I don't care, girl. I don't care if your pinky toe hurt. Do it fit? It's a little bit. My foot is a little. Do it fit? Put that bitch on. It's kind of pinching my pink. I don't give a damn. I used to walk around in high ass uncomfortable heels all the time for the sake of fashion. The fuck? Now I found, like I said, I was looking up histrionic personality disorder, and right in the at the bottom in parentheses, it said Shepherd's Pratt. So we're gonna also look at that, okay? Because she didn't do 2 bouts in Shepherd's Pratt because the hoe is pretty. Okay? She didn't do 2 bouts in Shepherd's Pratt because she got pretty feet. All right? There was a reason why she was sent to Shepherd's Pratt, and we're going to get into that too. But first, let's get into this viral video, y'all. And I will be in the chat, you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I do like to understand, see what you guys said before I kind of move on. But sometimes you guys are talking about what I'm talking about, and then I move on, and then we're no longer talking about that. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let me see what you guys are saying. Somebody said, I just found out the pastor's son is in the hospital very sick, but the pastor prays over Junior, but not his very own son. That is very telling. What is up, Bella Black? Thank you so much for the love. Hey, Blonay in chat. Happy Saturday. Y'all, what the hell is going on? Let me come to the front of the congregation. See what y'all are saying. Let's come to the front of the congregation. What is up, Lori? What is up, Corbett Muzzy? Good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Lady Blue AMB. What is up, Black Orchid? Welcome, welcome in. Shout out to my mods, my members, all of you guys, VIPs. Shout out to you guys. Let me see. Okay, you messaged me. All right, I will get to that. Thank you so much, love. Let me see. You say what? This has been going on so long with this child. It's really sad. The only person that's been advocating for him is no longer here to me. This is not entertainment. This is tragic. Exactly. What's up, Freedom? Freedom in the building. Shout out. History. Me absolvera. Corbett says she's going to hurt Junior. She's been abusing him since in the womb. She's going to unalive him like she does everything. And this pretty much encompasses what people that advocate for Junior and the urgency, and the reason why we speak on this so much is that is our ideology. This is what we're thinking. The end result is not going to be good. Time is of the essence. So I said, I'm glad so many channels are speaking up. So am I. So am I, y'all. What is up, Rachel? The girl never takes accountability. Exactly. She has been using cult language. If y'all don't see the cultness and how she speaks, this is how they lead people to a jungle in Africa. Then we're going to find your rabbit asses laid out in the dirt somewhere, dead. if not physically, figuratively. Okay? She's killing a lot of spirits, y'all. Somebody say, I'm tired of this bitch. Anyone supports her? Yes. And anyone that supports her is insane at this point. I'm telling you. I'm glad you guys are seeing this my way. Okay. Talk about she had a revelation. Exactly. Girl, who are you? I say I'm blessed and favored all the time. Does that mean I'm better than the world? I'm somehow chosen, girl. I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now before we even get into this video. When I say things like that, that doesn't mean I'm holier than thou. That doesn't put any superiority. I don't have no special skills. I can't see the future. I can't read people. Oh my God, you're a demon. I don't. You know how many times I've been intertwined with a demon? And I have a very close relationship with God. Okay? I don't got no special skills. I can't see nothing in the future. All right? I'm no better than the next person. I may be more spiritually connected. I may be blessed and highly favored. But I'm in this evil world just like you, side by side, elbow by elbow. Now, when you're in my presence, you don't need to worry. Because I got angels that hover over me. I have the Holy Spirit. I got Jesus, my Savior, and God. I got the Trinity with me, babes. You good. But we have to know that just because you are blessed and highly favored, why would I need a savior? Why would a man give up his life for me to save me from what? A stubbed toe? A bad wig? Effed up baby hairs? No. The fight, the trials and tribulations I'm going to have to go through. That may come in the form of a bad relationship. It may become in the form of hospitalization. It may come in the form of a car accident. It's what you do while you're going through your trials and tribulations, while you're going through your seasons. It may take months. It may take years. It's all in your faith and how you exercise it, right? Let's get into this because I just want to let y'all know. I don't know nothing. Now, I do pray for discernment, but I have to pray for discernment. I have to keep praying every day. The buck. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. Let me show y'all, okay? Now, we're going to watch a little bit of this. It's only 11 minutes, okay? Hold on, y'all. Where is it? Is it? Oh, no, I didn't add it. Or did I? Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, I just removed it. Oh, no, here it go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be off a little bit. I'll be off. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? And what really struck me is it's by a white man. Okay? And I'm in no way racist at all. There's not a racist bone in my body, okay? Not only was I the only Black person in school in every class from kindergarten through 12th grade, give or take a year, but I was also raised by a white man in part of my life, okay? Blonde hair and blue eyes. So I'm just here to tell you I'm not racist. But you have to understand the lines that she has crossed. Now, let me see. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, and then we'll get into that. And I like his take on it too, okay? So hold on.
I got no silly intro for you today. What this lady's done just makes me furious, so I want to yap about it. Chrisean Rock. Maybe you've heard her name, maybe you haven't. I'm pretty confident you've at least seen a couple of clips of hers because she has been addicted to social media attention for a while. So
I'm sorry, you guys, because let's go ahead and do this properly. Let me give credit where credit is due. This is Penguins O, okay? Penguins O, all right, where we're getting this video from. Now let's do, let's do the proper introduction to this, because I see this man got 17.8 milli. Oh, wait a minute. 17.8 milli subscribers. Please, sir, let us use your clip. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's just do this the right way. Okay, sir, kind sir. All right. This is for a good cause, sir. All right. Let's just go through this, y'all. Okay, hold on. Because brother, you don't know me from a can of paint. All right. So I just want to let you guys know that federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe on the copyright under 17 USC 107. Okay? All right, let's get into this, you guys.
Constantly pops up on popular streamers' streams to try and leech a little bit of clout for herself. Personally, I've always found her to be like a vibe Dementor on stream, where she just sucks out all the fun and all the life, leaving only misery in its wake. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. There's plenty of people that are, vibe terrorists that just aren't super entertaining to watch. It's not like a crime. But what is a crime, at least should be, is the way that she handled her pregnancy. Chrisean Rock loved to party. I say loved like it's past tense. I'm sure she still currently does. But while she was pregnant, she still didn't let that stop her. It wasn't an obstacle. She didn't pump the brakes because she's pregnant. She still went hog wild, partying, drinking, and smoking while pregnant. And this was shown multiple times on camera, just shamelessly drinking and smoking while pregnant, which everybody knows is really bad for the baby.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
Ladies, one more time.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you were in a car accident,
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it. She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't have no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
You shut the door
you
'cause
can't
it's
have
cold,
no fucking
Tessa.
liquor.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
This is just one short compilation, but a lot of these clips go on longer of her drinking even more. And this is only what's been caught on camera. I can only imagine how often off camera she was also smoking and drinking. It's fucking terrible. And it's not like she didn't know. She even had that clip in there where she's like, it's all right, I can just abort the child, not gonna hurt me. Fucking evil mindset. Like, what? She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking while pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old. He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him. It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking. And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like, I don't know how that's not just a crime. Like, it's all just right out there in the open. Like, it's not a secret. People extremely close to her have just point blank said that she has smoked and drank throughout her pregnancy. They've said it a couple of times. It's just so fucking unhinged. And now she just did an interview, and it's the reason why I'm even yapping about it outside of just streams where I've talked about it loosely. She did an interview where she's now denying that her child has a disability and says that, the doctors are wrong, the doctors don't know, which to me says that she's not even willing to get this child the assistance that he is likely going to need going forward.
So I keep
They still on that?
them comments, like, and get that pregnancy shit out my shit. Just stop calming it. Just stop calming it. Just stop calming it. And then
The pregnancy shit.
Yeah,
Dead
like,
it.
what's up?
Just dead it. For real, dead the pregnancy shit.
you see me dead in it, like, get it. Cheers.
My sis ain't talk
Cheers.
about it. Y'all don't gotta talk about
Hey,
it.
Yeah, like when it happened, it happened.
all right. And if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. You're in the right now, and I'm here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he... But it's like,
don't tell me.
I ain't saying none of that.
For context here, she was reading some messages about someone who they had some drama, and this individual said that, you know, the thing that messed them up most was, you know, Blueface not being as active in the child's life because of the child's disability. That was the claim that was made there. She then snapped back saying that her son does not have a disability. He's developing at his own pace. Then in a minute here, I'll show you the clip where she starts making a mention of like doctors, like how you can't believe a doctor when they're speaking ill on your child, that kind of thing. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, but for reference, most babies will begin the walking and talking process, getting like a word out from like 12 up to like 18 months. That's when they'll start to hit these milestones. Typically, that's like the normal range.
Hoodie, but Junior ain't had no hoodie. But Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't had no coat. Junior ain't had no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside on Black Friday. It was cold as shit outside. Junior's out there with nothing, man. He ain't got no blanket. He ain't got no heater. He ain't had no stroller. And it's concerning when people are keep excusing this baby boy's health with a messed up individual. People are sitting here making it seem like it's okay for the way that this girl is treating Junior. This girl dead wrong. She's not addressing this kid's health. She's not taking, but Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't had no coat. Junior ain't had no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside on Black Friday. It was cold as shit outside. Junior's out there with nothing, man. He ain't got no blanket. He ain't got no heater. He ain't had no stroller. And it's concerning when people are keep excusing this baby boy's health with a messed up individual. People are sitting here making it seem like it's okay for the way that this girl is treating Junior. This girl dead wrong. She's not addressing this kid's health.
Not a doctor, but for reference, most babies will begin the walking and talking process, getting like a word out from like 12 up to like 18 months. That's when they'll start to hit these milestones. Typically, that's like the normal range. She is right, though. Every child is different, so some take a little bit longer. However, it has been over 2 years. It's been, 27 months, and her son still is doing none of that, and also seemingly still having a hard time sitting up on their own, too. That does seem like there may be a disability there, and the fact that she references a doctor speaking ill on her child makes me believe that when a doctor was informing her that this might be the result of a disability, she took it as an insult, and that this doctor is just some kind of evil demon that's insulting her baby, and now she's like refusing to acknowledge it, which I think is just extremely detrimental for the child, because if the child does have a disability, the child is going to need some extra assistance from doctors, from other people. And if she's going to deny the child those resources, that's even worse for the kid. Just because she refuses to say it doesn't mean that it might not be true.
It's not even just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no, the word said what the word said. God said what God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son.
Yeah.
And then it's like redirecting that energy back to that mouth, that tongue, that powerful tongue. Who said I had it? Who said it?
Now, recently,
Now we are keeping it YouTube friendly. We are adding commentary to this video. I hope you guys understand that. And the reason why I wanted to stop it right here is because I wanted to address how I introduced this video. And what I put emphasis on was there is a video that has went viral because of the recent interview that Chrisean did. And she speaks on and just her whole denial of what is really going on has crossed over into another demographic. Who does that? For the wrong reasons. It's not going to pan out how she wants to. Now, what I wanted to point out, and the reason why I said I pointed out his race, was not to be racist at all. Okay? He's a handsome young man. I like his take, and I feel that it adds to this conversation. But the fact that he has 3 million views on here, and the other fucking fact that this man has 17.8 million. Did you hear me? This man has 17 million followers, subscribers. Okay? This is on the grandest scale. And for number one, I'm happy because this is good news, not for us, not for content creators, not even for him. This is a drop in the bucket for him. He genuinely was expressing how he feels, okay? And his point of view, which I respect. But you have to look at this. This man in no way indulges in hip-hop culture. The messy media, the feuding couples, pow-powings, unalivings, the gossip sector. And yet, Chrisean, you found your way right on over to this man's page, channel. Okay? You've caught the attention and tapped your way into an algorithm that he is into, that he has. You have even tapped into, he has even tapped into your shenanigans. Now, I didn't say he didn't know who Chrisean was, but by looking at his channel and his videos and his airwaves, It wasn't on his radar. Okay? And that says a lot. Now, when you guys get a chance, go ahead and check out his video. But I'm looking at all his videos. This is not even what he's about. All right? Now, as I scroll down and look through, he did speak on the woman, the young woman who abused her dog, AB'd her dog. And remember, she got arrested and the dog was taken. I forgot the young lady's name. Okay? You know how white people feel about their dogs and animals. So it wasn't even focused on you, girl. He was focused on that dog. All right? And even sometimes when I'm in the hood over here and I go in the store, I run in the store right quick, I may leave my dog in the car because in certain routes, she's not allowed. Right? I may know at the last minute. So I go put her in the car. I come back in. I shop, at a feverish pitch. But girl, I would never, ever, ever go to Beverly Hills, any type of area that is predominantly white and leave my dog. Girl, you leave your dog in that car. I don't give a damn if you running in the liquor store to grab a pack of Newport shorts and a lighter. When you come back out, your window's going to be busted out. That dog going to be gone, and there's going to be a note telling you to contact Peter. All right? As I scroll down a little bit more, I saw that he talked about Nicki Minaj. That's about it. That's about it. So the impact that interview has crossed over, and it's not in a good way. Chrisean, I hate to let you know, but you are almost famous for the wrong reasons. That's the reason why I said that.
They're guessing or whatever. No, the word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son. Yeah. And then it's like redirecting that energy back to that mouth, that tongue, that powerful tongue. Who said I had it? Who said it?
Now, recently, Chrisean Rock made a big Christianity push where she's accepting the word of God and taking the Lord as her savior, which I always applaud people for doing if it's coming from a genuine place. Unfortunately, in the modern day, there are some absolute vile people that use Christianity as like this get out of jail card where it's, used as a tool to avoid any level of accountability and responsibility. Like, nope, I'm completely clean. So all of the terrible, heinous actions I've done in my past no longer exist, and you can't use them against me in any way, shape, or form because now I'm a Christian. So, we have to forget about all of that. And you're a bad person if you bring them up now. And I really hate that mentality. And I hate to say it, but I do get that same sense from Chrisean Rock, where she's using it as a way of just being like, hey, you all have to forgive me for all of this shit that I've done. And a lot of it you've watched, especially like with the pregnancy. And I don't think I've seen her take any level of like self-reflection or accountability for the terrible fucking way that she handled her pregnancy with the smoking and drinking and the impact that it may have had on her child's life. Like, speaking of the word of God, Chrisean, what do you think God would say to something like this?
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh. Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't have no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
You shut the door
you
because
can't
it's
have no
cold.
Complete callousness, uncaring if the baby lives or dies, even saying that she would get an abortion and it wouldn't affect her. There's also another clip where she's 20 weeks pregnant, talking to a doctor and asks if it's too late to get an abortion. It seems like she's solely driven by her own self-interest. She didn't want to stop partying and drinking and smoking, and so she didn't, even while pregnant. And unless I've missed it, she's never talked about this or made any kind of big, like, huge apology about the error and misdeeds of how she handled her pregnancy or anything. And also, I think she's still the exact same Chrisean Rock now as she always has been. Throughout this entire podcast, she goes on and on and on, just regurgitating this notion that she is done with drama. Drama is in her past. Now it's all about her future. However,
California. Want a free iPhone 11? Yes, free for eligible Californians on CalFresh, Medi-Cal, SSI, YC. You likely qualify free.
she spends the whole podcast reading drama text messages and talking over the hosts in order to keep playing around in the drama cesspool like the entire time, except now she's using Christianity as her shield as a way of winning these arguments in the drama. Like, well, this is what this guy said, but the word of God says this, so he's definitely wrong for it, and what he said about me is unacceptable because now, fully Christian, all of that. She is still 100% participating in drama this entire podcast episode while pretending that she's not, and that she's left all of that behind and has changed.
Then you let God vindicate on your behalf.
Well, like you said,
it's going to be a day where, like, I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm going to just be like, exactly.
Like I told y'all.
I told y'all. He told y'all. Shoot, I was just relaying the message. It's like one of those.
I truly hope her son does start walking and talking soon. I'm really wishing the absolute best for that kid, but I do not think that this is a mother fit to raise a child, especially based on her statements in this interview here, where it seems like she's no longer even going to listen to doctors in regards to the potential disability that her child may have. Like, that just sets this kid up for a really rough future. I'm really, really hoping this child gets the care that he needs. I am not convinced that Chrisean Rock is a good mother to this child at all. It still, to me, feels as though she's solely interested in her own career as opposed to trying to help her son to the best of her abilities. And it seems like she's already toying with the idea of depriving him of this medical care that he may require in the future. That's the impression I get from this interview. I really do not like this lady at all. I just don't. I hate what she did during pregnancy, knowing full well how horrible that is to the development of a child. It's not like she was, oblivious to that fact. She wanted to keep drinking and smoking, and in order to do that, she even said, look, I'll just get an abortion. It won't affect me at all, and I'll just keep drinking and smoking. She didn't get the abortion, but she just kept drinking and smoking. And now her child is developing at an abnormal pace and is seemingly unwilling to listen to doctors about it. And I really, really, really think that what she did during pregnancy is just pretty unforgivable, to be honest. And so I wanted to yap about it. That's really about it. So, yeah.
Okay. So you guys saw that video and his take on it. And like I said, you're becoming almost famous for the wrong reasons. And this is where you will crash and burn. And I see a train wreck in your future. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Okay, yes, ridiculous praying for Junior. If you're walking with Christ, it starts with conviction and accountability. You can't skip where it starts. Exactly. Leaving him with Tessa is wrong. She bit her own son's nose, having a mental illness breakdown. And remember, Tessa's the one who let us in that all of them suffer from some type of mental illness. She says in her DNA. I mean, usually mental illness is in your DNA, right? It's hereditary. Not always, because I'm not no expert or anything like that. But yeah, somebody says, I get Coach Calvin has a good reputation in boxing world, but it's hard for me to respect a man that sits back and doesn't guide this woman to seek medical care for her son. You want to know why? It's all about the clout. It's all about the clout. And this is an evil, evil thing when it's used for the wrong reasons. Clout used in a good aspect and for the right reasons can be a good thing, right? To spread awareness, to spread positivity, to bring about change, to wake people up. But when it's used in this capacity, you have to know that this is not good. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I feel Junior is more disabled than we think. He keeps his fingers in his mouth a lot, but I think he's hungry at the same time. Hungry. That child is hungry. Just think about when you were 2.5. Well, maybe you can't remember that far back. I don't give a damn. Remember when you were 7 and you felt them hunger pains. And just imagine somebody cooking some chicken or some spaghetti or, I don't know, a piece of damn toast. Do you remember how hungry you felt? She acts as if this child is not human. You can't tell this fool nothing. There's times he seems like he's in a vegetable state. It seriously takes my breath away. I truly fear for his life. Yes, y'all, almost comatose. And she's so ditzy. She's so like, I don't even know, like, she thinks that that she can pull it off. And for some people out there, she is pulling it off. But not everybody. We see you. We see you. She trusts doctors when she can't breathe, but when it comes to helping Junior in any way, shape, or form, make it make sense. Exactly. Contradiction queen. This is what she is, a contradiction queen. I worked with disabled children and adults for many years, and even though if they can't swallow, they can still smell the food. Hello? That's probably why he sounds irritated sometimes with a cry. Junior is human. That's going to make you crave. That's going to make your mouth water. You think he understands that the reason why he can't swallow and the reason why he's not getting food? Does that stop him from being human? It don't go together. It just don't. It does not go together. Somebody said, where in the world is Chastity? Why is she so quiet now? What? You guys don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications, join the Bologna Society, you guys. But I wanted to make sure I brought you that. And she thinks just because she goes within these walls of this building that someone has deemed a church, that she is somehow knows more and is better than, and I'm tired of this holier than thou mentality that she has. This is mental, y'all. It's mental. It really is. Don't believe the hype. Okay? Don't believe the hype.
Going to church won't erase your sins. Many people think attendance is the cure, but it isn't. Stepping inside a building doesn't wash your soul clean. God isn't moved by how many Sundays you showed up. He looks at how you live when no one else is watching. You can raise your hands in worship, you can pray out loud and nod at every sermon, but if jealousy, pride, and anger still rule your life, then nothing has really changed. Faith is not a performance, it's a surrender. Jesus never said salvation comes from sitting in a pew. He said you will recognize his people by their fruit, and fruit is grown in the quiet choices of everyday life. It shows in how you treat your family, how you forgive, how you stay humble, how you obey when it costs you something. God doesn't want a schedule, he wants your heart. A heart that is honest, transformed, and filled with love. Faith is proven outside the church walls, in the life you live, and the example you give. So tell me, are you just attending a service, or are you truly walking with God each day?
How many of us can truly say that we are walking with God each day? Your faith is proven in the things that you do outside of the church, girl. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. Okay. Now, I also wanted to remind you guys of the medical record leak, and to also reiterate that we recently found out, which we already knew, is that she already knew what was wrong with her child when they did the amniocentesis when she was 5 months pregnant. They already told her of the disabilities that her child has. So this woman has been in denial for a long time, and she's been mentally ill for even longer. All right. Let's take a look at those medical leaks. Okay, that medical leak. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Let me show you guys, because I do have a screenshot of this. Where is it? Remember this? Remember this medical leak? And I believe it. I don't give a damn if it's made up. If it fits, we gonna roll with it. Because I absolutely believe this. We've already seen her my charts for the GBMC or wherever she was, Greater Baltimore Medical Center. Y'all remember? A lot of internet investigators and people with a heart and who are fully and concerned and genuinely concerned about Junior have researched and found all this shit out. All right. Now we're just going to go over a little bit because we can't really read a lot of it, but it's just going to put you into the idea of what is wrong, everything that is wrong with Junior. Okay. Now, let me take down this comment. Hold on, you guys. Now, let me blow this up a little bit. I don't even know if I'm blowing it up for y'all or is it just for me. Now, if you guys look up here at the top, it says fetal certainly applies in this case. Now, if you look, it says fetal alcohol, which would be probably fetal alcohol syndrome, neonatal abstinence, which is UGDRAs. That's what that means. Okay. Seizure disorder. A lot of times people that are witnessing say, even from the medical field, they be in the chat, they be online, they be up in here, and they say that he has absent seizures. And absent seizures are when they look like they're absent. Sometimes they're having gelastic seizures, where it appears as if the child is smiling and happy, when in reality, that child is having a seizure. Spasticity. Cortical visual impairment. Doesn't actually mean blindness, but there is a defect in his visual impairment. If you guys look over to the right, the specialist that he would need to see, even one specialist rings the alarm, but 8? There's nothing wrong with my son. My son walking. Boy, I wish somebody would take you into a Burger King parking lot, girl, where ain't nothing but room and opportunity to whoop your ass. Figuratively. Because I don't really want violence. But if it takes a slap or two, so be it. Anything to shake you up out of this freaking delusional world that you are in. I think it's going to take more than that. I think it's going to take a visit to a mental health facility. Okay? Neurology, orthopedic. Neurology has to do with what? The brain, right? Orthopedic has to do with what? The bones or the nerves or something like that, right? Otolaryngology. I don't know what that has to do with. Cardiology has to definitely do with the heart. Gastroenterology has to do with the intestines, the inside, right? Ophthalmology has to do with the eyes. Pulmonology. Palliative care means care that is needed for the child to be, or the person to be able to live. That's why it's highlighted. If you look down here, a lot of stuff is blacked out, and for a reason. We don't, we get it. It says the baby boy was born. It's blocked out. It says down here reactive, and I don't know what else that says, negative, and GBS was unknown. Pregnancy was complicated by no prenatal care, maternal UDS, positive for opioids, cocaine, and alcohol. Okay? This cannot be ignored. This cannot be ignored. All right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Shout out again to Penguins 0, Penguins O, okay? And for you putting this on your platform. It was only on there for 4 days, you guys, and you guys clearly see that he has 4 million views. Hopefully it got to a few people that know a damn doctor or somebody that can get Junior help. All right?
Least allegedly. That bitch was on 4-5 substances. Allegedly. So the people been tagging me, honey, saying that allegedly that Chrisean Jr.'s medical records was released. Allegedly. That bitch was on 4-5 substances. Allegedly. So the people been tagging me, honey, saying that allegedly that Chrisean Jr. medical records has been released and they diagnosed him, saying that all the care that he might need from birth, I guess, when she had the baby, they tested the baby and stuff like that right there, saying that he would need stuff for his eyes, neurological, everything. Hold on, let me play a clip from the damn video. Hold on.
Friends and associates. Didn't they say the baby was healthy? Charity Ben told you guys his vision was messed up. You seen him meet no milestones. Papa Smurf encouraged the bullshit. At Blueface lied and said he was growing and healthy. Bullshit somewhere else. Stop playing with me. Look at what all her baby need to hear. I told you, sit back and watch. Look at what you guys want to associate yourselves with. She tagged Blueface and Carlissa. So the baby had fetal alcohol syndrome, neonatal abstinence, seizure disorder, spasticity, cortical visual impairment. Oh my God. And the specialist that he'll need, a neurology, orthopedic, otolaryngology, cardiology, gastroenterology, ophthalmology, pulmonology, and palliative care. So I can say that pulmonology is, like the lungs and the breathing, which we knew that was an issue because the boy been mucused up since he was like 2 months old. Ophthalmology is the eyes, gastroenterology is the stomach, cardiology is the heart. Orthopedic, that has to do with bones, neurology, the brain. I don't know what otolaryngology is, y'all. Let me look that up real quick. It's ear, nose, and throat. It's a medical specialty that focuses on the surgical and medical treatment of head and neck conditions.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
That is a long list, bro.
So they treat issues in your ears, nose, or throat, as well as related issues in your head and neck. If you have a health problem with your head or neck, your doctor might recommend that you see this kind of specialist. Some stuff was blocked out. It says pregnancy was complicated by
no prenatal care.
Maternal UDS, positive for opioids, cocaine, and something else that's blocked out.
So if y'all want to watch the rest of the video, it's called The Real Miss J Podcast. But that is so fucking sad, bro. And I could believe it, bitch. Everything in that video, like, to the T, bitch. And if all that stuff is true, bitch, her ass is fucking grass. That baby needs
Now, you guys heard that. You saw the medical leak, the medical records that were released. Chrisean feels like if she closes her eyes, okay, really tight, and clicks her heels 3 times, that it'll go away. That's her logic. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. It's like, ma'am, you need to go to the doctor. The bullet is still in there. You are bleeding profusely. You dumb ass broad. She's living her life like it's golden. And it's really a teetotal mess. You're living in a fantasy. You're living in a false reality. And only narcissistic personality disorder people do that. Sociopaths, histrionic personality disorder, or people do that. Okay? You fanatics that see nothing wrong with this because it's a beautiful young woman have been tainted by this world. And it is so sad that you guys can't see through the smoke and mirrors, that you guys don't know that evil presents itself in the most deceptive way. If demons really came in their true form, you would be so effing scared, all right? But most of you guys are friends with the monsters that live under your bed. You get along with the voices inside of your head. Okay? What is wrong with you guys? If they really came in their true form, you would never hold a demon's hand. If it's the master deceiver. If the master deceiver, which is Satan, came in his true form, you would never entertain the devil. She listens and proclaims and repeats everything in the Bible except what pertains to her rabbit ass. You're deceptive and conniving. She is manipulating everything that God is, you sawed-off bastards. And if you want to continue to drink the Kool-Aid and let this hoe take you to a faraway land where we're going to find you laid out in the dirt in the middle of a jungle somewhere, so be it. But I won't be on the plane. I won't be going with you because God gave me discernment and common sense that allows me not only to read the room, but to pick up on social cues. The most dangerous thing about this is it's all a facade. It's all a facade. And they gonna ask me what's wrong with me. I'm upset. 500,000 on my head I can't accept. At least it makes me feel like someone tried their best. Want to waste 500,000, be my guest. Maybe want to buy a vest and a tech. But I'm blessed. I just checked. Hate me. Never met me in the flesh. That she got some things she got to come over here and collect. That shit is sitting over there. To the left. To the left. Okay? A lot of blood in this cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hoe. I'm upset. But asking me what's wrong. All right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Because I'm about to show y'all the Shepherd's Pratt website and why that hoe went to that mofo. It's too late to be sad for her because I'm an empath. And oftentimes when I look at Chrisean, I see her as a little girl and imagine all of the horror she went through. And it makes me sad for her. But it's too late for all of that. It's time for accountability. It's not time for empathy. It's not time to be sad because she don't have no empathy. She ain't sad. Do it look like she's sad? The fuck? Let me see what you guys are saying because I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all. Lucifer was the prettiest angel. Hello, girl. Lucifer, the prettiest angel in charge of the first sound that you heard in the morning. He was in charge of the music, y'all. And that's the reason why he thought he was greater than God, because he was getting so much attention, so much accolades. People were, oh my God, your music is so beautiful. You're so beautiful. And he got full of himself. We're not even going to get into that, okay? He was the prettiest angel of them all. And what you guys have to realize is Lucifer, who is Satan, has seen God, has been in the presence of God, knows what heaven looks like, knows what it feels like to be in heaven, and knows that he will never be there again. You think if he had a half a chance that he would turn around? You have to know that he would. He was cast down to earth, not hell. Remember that. Remember, a third of the legion came with him. They didn't go to hell. He was cast down to earth. He don't even want to go to hell, but he's going to send you to hell. If you follow his ways and his teachings, he wants to take as many of God's children as possible, not because he loves you, not because you're such a faithful servant, but because he wants to hurt God, and he is angry that he will never be in heaven. Remember that. Y'all are giving in to somebody who already knows what heaven, already been there, done that. He knows what it feels to be in the presence of God and to be praised by God and loved by God. You ain't never been, y'all rabbit ass ain't never been to heaven. You ain't never seen God. You don't know what it's like, but he does. He has the ability and power that we don't have. Right? Fallen angel. Remember that. Shout out to Gina for bringing that up. These people are dumb Doras. It's still no damn excuse. Speak on it. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all got to figure this out. It's all a game. Don't you get it? You can't give in to your pleasures, right? No empathy from me. Yeah, some people, y'all done talk me about the empathy. Y'all done talk me about the empathy. Y'all done talk me out of a lot of things. The fact she's in her phone tells us she knew all the questions. Yeah. And then she was skipping over stuff. Oh, yeah, we talk. Girl, when you said and read out loud that you told Blueface, I would give everything up to be with you. That's the real you. That's the real point. Rejection. He rejected you. And this is your response. This is not how you came to him. You are speaking out of hurt and shame and rejection. And what you don't understand is a lot of us women know what it feels like to be rejected by a man. We know what it feels like to be dick dumb and dickmatized. Because I can't even tell you why I stayed with that man. That girl, I don't even know. When I look at a picture, I throw up a little bit in my mouth. I don't know whether to swallow it or spit it out. And people ask me, well, why were you in a domestic? But bitch, I don't know. Well, why did you go out, bitch? I don't know. The fuck? I don't know. Well, he was disrespecting you, right? You know he didn't love you, right? Why did you stay? Why did you put up with? I don't know. If I knew, do you think I would have stayed? And that's why I go so hard to share my experiences and to let y'all know. Maybe I could save a soul. Just like Nipsey Hussle said, I got a soul to save. If it's just one. The fuck? Exactly, Blonay. Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. Now let me see what y'all saying. Rock thinks she's God. Don't know what God, but she thinks it's no different. Exactly. Her not reading what she said in those texts leaves out the context of what anyone was responding to. Then she legit said, "You're my whole heart. I'd give up everything for you to have our family." Shut up. You sound like a simp. And we've been there. See, you trying to fool. We've dealt with men as women, but we've never been a man, but we've been a woman. We've been a woman scorned. We've been a woman abused. We've been a woman used. And you think you can get this over on us? And you don't even have to be old. It don't even take wisdom to figure this the fuck out. Well, yeah, well, you gotta be, oh, no, you don't, bitch. Because there's 35 plus 40, 50-year-olds running around that still ain't got it. That's still out there shaking their ass. Still thinking that they the answer. Still thinking that they can talk a man or trap a man. 40, 50, 60-year-olds out there. Ho. So don't come to me with that wisdom. Yeah, I got all that. I still was bamboozled. Knock it off. Like I said before, she thinks she's Michael Jackson in Junior's blanket. Plus, she wants to be married. And in her sick head, she thinks she's Junior's Jesus of Nazareth. That's exactly. I mean, I'm laughing, but that's the sentiment, y'all. Don't y'all get it? She really thinks like that. Like it's like she's some superior being. And that is scary. That's scary. Bino said also Chrisean didn't want to bathe. He had to tell her to shower. Yep, y'all remember that? Why is she talking that way? He has a baby on the way. That's the same thing she did. Yep, did to Jaden. Stressing herself out and trying to come between everybody. Yep. That damn show is the truth. She thinks marriage would save her. Yeah. Now let me bring up this, what I found, y'all, for hold on. Because I found this Shepherd's Pride. I just want you guys to look at this, right? Yeah, she thinks she is so special. Girl. And I done already gave her props. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. We're not talking against her looks and her talent. She's talented, okay? What do you want, a fucking cookie? She's beautiful. She's young. She has all this on her side. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Now, if your wig is crooked, y'all talk about mine. I'm talking about yours, bitch. But we're not here to attack her physically or say she ain't got no talent or to put her down. That has nothing to do with this conversation. Okay? She could use a stylist. She's come a long way. She's come a long way in her exercising. All right? She's looking good. but we don't give a fuck. So what? Two things can be true at the same time. We can see her progress, we can see her talent, we can see her beauty, and still call her out on her BS. We ain't got to be one-sided around here, okay? We don't give a damn. Okay, so let me show y'all this. Hold on. Shepherd, y'all. Remember, they said that she was in there twice. Once as a child for setting somebody baby feet on fire. One of her sister's children, she put a lighter to their feet and set them, burnt their feet, burnt their toes or something like that, right? We don't really know. We weren't there. That's just what was said. They also said she was there for another reason. Remember, in and around the time when that lady was found unalived in her home, they say that Chrisean had something to do with that. I think her name was Mayanne or something like that. And she was sent to Shepherd's Pratt. Now, was it for that reason? I don't know. But word is that's the reason why she was sent there. That means that she has some type of mental diagnosis or was displaying some type of mental disorder that caused her family, full of crazies, full of delulus, full of loonbirds, full of dysfunction, full of generational curses, full of something just ain't right. That sent her to this facility. Now, let's go ahead and look into this. Let me show y'all. I think I can share it. Oh, I did. Okay, hold on, y'all. Now, as you guys can see, Shepherd Pratt, inpatient programs, specialty services, where you or your loved one needs intensive supportive care for a mental health condition in a secure setting. Shepherd Pratt is here to help you. This wasn't this wasn't a retreat. This wasn't a facility for anything else but mental health. What was wrong with her that sent her to this hospital twice? Sent her to this facility. I mean, this mental health institution. Okay. Now, we're not going to really read through this. I just wanted to kind of bounce around and see inpatient specialty services, residential and structured services. Okay. Sometimes you or your loved ones need a higher level of care than can be provided in a traditional outpatient setting. She was institutionalized twice into a mental facility. Okay? But don't require the intensity of an inpatient unit. Shepherd's Pratt mental health residential programs and structured day programs help to meet those needs. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me go back. Therapy and medication management, community and family support, school and school-based services, developmental disability services, housing and homeless. They also offer employment and job training and care coordination. Okay. Now, in the bottom right here, it says, we are also proud to offer intensive specialized care and world-class expertise needed to address difficult to treat diagnoses like eating disorder, neuropsychiatric conditions, trauma-related disorders, treatment-resistant depression, and co-occurring disorders through our inpatient programs and specialty services. This is why she was there. It goes on to say, you can learn about our voluntary hospital admission processes and the involuntary hospital admission processes. Okay, she was involuntarily committed by into this inpatient program. Now, if you guys look at what they specialize in, and remember, she was a child and she went as an adolescent too, when she was a teenager. Let's look at this. Adolescent female crisis stabilization unit. They got a whole unit. Okay? It says the adolescent female crisis stabilization unit is a safe and secure 20-bed inpatient unit specifically designed for adolescent females ages 12 through 17. You don't think some of the other people that filled them 20 beds that were institutionalized in and around the time Chrisean was institutionalized have not come out and spoke? Now, they may be talking through a burner account. They may have a Finsta account. They may be incognito. You don't think at least one of these MFs is speaking out? Now that Chrisean has gained some type of fame and notoriety and floods the algorithms and goes viral every other motherfucking day. This is why I say I believe some of this ish that's out there, because somebody somewhere, best beware my crew, somebody somewhere is probably speaking out that filled one of those secure 20 beds in and around the time that Chrisean was there. It's highly, highly possible. Okay. They even went to school with her. They was in her science class, in her PE class, in her math class. Right? Hung with her after school. I mean, we saw AJ, her ex-best friend. We've heard Ronnie speak. These are people that came from her past. I'm just saying, y'all. Adolescent male crisis stabilization unit. Adolescent mood disorder unit. Okay? What is that? The adolescent mood disorder unit is a safe and secure 22-bed inpatient unit specially designed for adolescents aged 12 through 17, all genders with anxiety disorders, trauma disorders, and other mood disorders. Where are they located? Baltimore. The adolescent unit is in Baltimore and Washington. Did you get all that? Now, let's go over here, because this is what brought me here. And these are the behaviors and patterns that we can't diagnose because we're not a doctor, psychologist, or psychiatrist. There's no PhD anywhere around me, okay? Couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. And that's why I give credit where credit's due. Shouts out to the people that do have their PhD, okay? Because you worked your effing ass off. And you're smart as fuck. Smarter than I'll ever be, okay? That's why when I go to a doctor, I'll be looking at you like, what say you, doctor? What's going on? What did my blood test tell ya? All right, let's go over here, y'all. Let's look at this. Hold on. Now, they deal specifically in histrionic personality disorder. I want you to tell me if you see any similarities in the patterns and behaviors that we see in Chrisean and a few other people we won't name that is displayed in this definition. Okay. It says, what is histrionic personality disorder? Histrionic personality disorder is a type of personality disorder that is primarily characterized by attention-seeking behavior. Histrionic personality disorder can have an impact on your relationships and can interfere with your performance at work or in school. This disorder is usually first noticed in your teens or early adulthood. Okay? Let's get into this. Histrionic personality disorder symptoms. Histrionic personality disorder often coexists alongside with another type of mental health condition like anxiety. People with this disorder can be very successful, but left untreated, this disorder can have a negative impact on your life. See your doctor if you notice symptoms of histrionic personality disorder, including excessive attention seeking, engaging in inappropriate behaviors to gain praise or approval, acting out in order to always be the center of attention, feeling uncomfortable or out of place when you're not the center of attention, being easily influenced by others, having an obsessive focus on your appearance, believing that relationships are closer or more intimate than they actually are. Dressing provocatively or in an inappropriately sexy way, using one's looks or physical appearance to gain attention. And lastly, rapidly shifting emotional states centered on how events affect them. Okay? Now, the personality disorder is not caused by one particular event or experience. A number of different risk factors can increase your risk of developing such a disorder, such as being rewarded for attention-seeking behavior as a child, a family history of personality disorders, anxiety, or depression. Shout out to Tessa. Hey, girl, hey. Learning behaviors from a parent or caregiver with histrionic personality disorder, a lack of criticism or punishment as a child, unpredictable attention from your parents, previously experienced depression or anxiety, or a genetic susceptibility to a personality disorder. You guys see this is from where? Shepherd's Pratt. And you're welcome. And you're fucking welcome. If I didn't hit the nail on the head with that, I don't know what I don't know what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Somebody said, hell, I graduated from weed college. Shout out to the doctors out there. Y'all are way smarter than girl, please. I could never. And not because I couldn't put my mind to it, but girl, some people are just not built for that. I know I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. She ate more than one rose, hair gel, etc. That's attention seeking. Exactly. Tell me y'all don't see that. That girl is not as cute as she used to be. Look at her eyebrows. It looks swollen. What is thalassemia can lead to eating disorders also. She don't look like she's missing no meals though. Carlissa or Carlissa, however you spell it. Chalk, toilet paper, etc. Yeah, that girl is eating. It's a sickle trait disease. Okay. Charlotte, her mama. Thank you. Clock it. Yes, she does it for attention though. You guys see it, right? Facts. I agree with you. Something is going on with her, especially when she got her braids again. I noticed immediately it looks more like puffiness, not weight gain. And that can come from alcoholism. Remember, she was addicted to alcohol. That's called alcoholism. You think she just gave that up and she's not drinking alcohol still? I see a demon coming through her face. She looks different. You guys, make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the cautionary tale that I wanted to bring you guys, because you guys know that a cautionary tale can tell a lot, right? And it lets us know what a horrible human being people can be. And the diminished mental capacity of some of the people that are around us. They may be your neighbors. They may be in your family. It may be something that you went through, or it may just be a YouTube video that you come across, okay? Either way you slice it, it's going to come up peanuts. So I want to go ahead and share this cautionary tale with you, okay? And I use a cautionary tale as just that, to bring awareness of what is and what could be. In this cautionary tale, we are going to see what happens when a child is seen as a burden, okay? And what happens when certain things go untreated or ignored. Often people in these situations don't cry, and they speak in a matter-of-fact tone, like we're talking about ordering your favorite outfit off of Fashion Nova. Like, what, girl? Like, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. And another thing people are noticing is how faith is being discussed in these conversations, right? Faith can be powerful. Prayer can be healing, but many viewers believe faith and responsibility are supposed to work together, not replace that action. You can believe in God and seek professional help. You can pray and follow medical guidance. Two things can be done and it can be true at once. It doesn't have to be an either or. There is no ultimatum when it comes to God and his faith. And for a lot of people watching, the balance feels missing, and that's why emotions run high. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into this cautionary tale that I have for you guys that I ran across. And I feel that it's important for me to share with you. More than anything, sometimes visual is more, it speaks louder than words. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words? Well, then what must the video be? What must the impact of a video do? And we're gonna see that, because I know it does a lot. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get to this. Let me give you a little background to this video. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up first and make sure you guys can see. Oh, no. Hold on, y'all. Because I got to bring it up another way so you guys can see it. If I don't, then you guys won't be able to see it. Hold on, let me remove this and bring it up the correct way. And then you guys will be able to hear it too as well. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up. You guys, smash that like button. You guys, join the society. We are on the road to 10K. You guys, we are almost there and growing every day. I couldn't do it without y'all. All right. Thank you for rolling with us, sister. And thank you for hyping me up in the chat. Thank you for keeping me company. And thank you for letting the sister roll. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to give you a little background of this video before we get into it, because I think it's just fair, right? Instead of us just jumping right into this. Let me take this down and make sure you guys can see this now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Now, what I want to let you guys know is this is not a story about internet drama. This is a story about what can happen when warning signs are ignored, when isolation replaces protection, and when a child who needed help the most never received it. Okay? On June 24, 2022, a police in Detroit responded to a welfare check at a home on Monte Vista Street. What they discovered inside shocked the entire country. In a basement freezer, officers found the body of 3-year-old Chase Allen, a child who, according to investigators, had been unalived months earlier. Now, the medical examiner later ruled his unaliving a homicide caused by blunt force trauma to the head. But this story isn't just about one tragic case, okay? It's about consequences of neglect. Let's go ahead and get into this, okay, you guys? Let's get into this. Another similarity that I saw in this video is, number one, she points out that her child with special needs, that he was blind, and ironically, his birthday is September 1st. Now, although this child was born in 2018 and Chrisean Jr. was born in 2023, I find it eerie that he was born just 2 days, and they almost share a birthday. Let's get into this.
Away.
Yes.
So you put him in a laundry bag
Yes.
and took him to the basement and placed him into the freezer.
Yes.
Disclaimer. This video is for commentary and educational purposes only. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Any footage used in this video is obtained through public records and falls under fair use for the purpose of reporting, analysis, and public interest. On June 24th, 2022, in Detroit, Michigan, police responded to a welfare check at a home on Monte Vista Street, where they made a discovery that would immediately turn the case into a homicide investigation. Inside the home, officers located the decomposing body of a toddler, Chase Allen, hidden inside a basement freezer. The condition of the remains indicated that he had been dead for months before authorities were ever called. What began as a routine check for a child's safety quickly became an investigation into how he died and why no one had reported it. The medical examiner later determined that Chase had died from blunt force trauma to the head. That finding ruled out any natural cause and confirmed that his death was the result of violence. Investigators now faced a case where a young child had been killed and his body concealed for months inside the very place he had been living. As detectives began reconstructing the timeline, the focus shifted to the events leading up to his death. What happened inside that home, how long the abuse may have gone on, and why his death was never reported. The answers to those questions would begin with the statements given in the interrogation room. This is the interrogation of Azurdi France.
What's the highest grade you completed in school?
11.
Can you read and write?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is what we call your constitutional rights, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there's five of them on here, okay? What I need you to do is I need you to read them. You can either read them out loud or read them to yourself. Once you've read them, I need you to initial next to each one of them or put these little lines to just let me know that you understand them and then sign right there, okay? You can sit here if you'd like. If you have any questions at all about anything, just go ahead and ask me and I'll explain it to you, okay? Okay, I need you to see where it says the date and the time. I wrote the date. The date is 6/24. The time now is 2:36 a.m. If you could write that down. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Just a couple more little questions here. What's the code for your phone?
I don't have a code.
On your phone? So when to get in it or do anything to make a phone call, you need to put a code or anything?
No.
And what kind of phone do you have?
Android.
Android? Okay.
Who has my phone?
It's at the house, I think. Do you work?
No.
Mm-hmm. And who do you live with?
Myself.
And your children?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, are you close with your mom or anybody? Anybody, you have anybody, auntie, sister, your dad? What's your dad's name? Okay. Before we start writing anything down, I'd like to talk to you and you can explain to me everything that took place and the whole story. Okay. So let's start with what happened tonight. Okay. Like how it all began.
I was laying down watching TV and I saw the flashlights in the window.
What time do you think that was?
I'm not sure. I didn't get the time.
Well, how long do you think it's been since that point to right now?
A
little bit over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I opened the door and I said yes, and then they said they were here to do a well-being check.
You said so. You opened the door and you saw it was the police.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they said they're here to do a well-being check, and I said okay.
For
Chase Allen, my son.
For Chase
my
Allen,
son, my son.
Okay.
And they asked me where was he, and okay, I did lie. I said he was with someone. He wasn't.
Who'd you say he was with?
A lady, a friend.
A friend. Do you remember the name you told them?
Miss Robertson.
Miss Robinson? Okay. Is there such a person or you just made that up?
I just made that up.
Okay. So they They didn't believe you, or
I guess not, because they came back.
also they left.
Yeah.
So you told them. So you told them he was with Mrs. Robinson, and how long before they came back?
Like 10, 20 minutes.
Okay, so when they came back, then what happened?
They said they needed to check the house.
And make sure he wasn't there.
Yeah. So that's when I opened the door. I said, okay, I confess.
You said, I confess?
Yes. I said, he's in the basement, in the refrigerator.
You said he's in the basement in the refrigerator.
And then they handcuffed me, put me in the back of the car. But I did not beat my son. I didn't. He was malnourished.
Okay, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
So they handcuffed you and they took you into custody and put you in the police car.
Yes.
And then they brought you down here.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you didn't beat your son.
No, I didn't.
So can you tell me how he passed?
He wasn't eating. Okay, he's blind and he's medical issues. So
He's blind, and what else?
He like wouldn't eat or anything. Like he needed special attention. Like far as he was having
So there was other medical. So do you know the other medical?
Get tax expertise without hidden fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert.
Now, before we go on, I want to give credit where credit is due, and this is not just any other cautionary tale. This has a lot of similarities to what Junior and the situation that Junior is currently in. Now, if you heard her mention that her child needed special attention, meaning that he had special needs, she also mentioned that her child is blind and he had trouble eating. How scary is that? Let me tell you where this is. Yeah, I got this from Interrogator Files, okay, on YouTube. Shout out to them. You guys want to watch this in its entirety, make your way on over to Interrogator Files after this live stream, okay? Let's go.
medical issues. So
he's blind. Okay, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
So they handcuffed you and they took you into custody and put you in the back of the police car.
Yes.
And then they brought you down here.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you didn't beat your son.
No, I didn't.
So can you tell me how he passed?
He wasn't eating. Okay, he's blind and he's medical issues. So
he's blind, and what else?
He like wouldn't eat or anything. Like he needed special attention. Like far as he was having
so there was other medical. So do you know the other medical?
Yes. And okay, so I tried to wake him up that morning and he didn't wake up. He wasn't breathing or anything. So I laid him on the hallway floor and I thought to myself, I said, what am I gonna do? I picked up my phone and I was finna call, but I was scared. So I just took him and put him in the basement.
So how long ago was that?
The end of March.
The end of March.
Yes.
So you're saying you woke up one morning and he was already dead?
Yes.
He died in his sleep?
Yes, he had to because he wasn't breathing. I was about to wake him up.
Where did he sleep?
In the room with the kids.
In a bed by himself, or?
Yes. The kids was in my room and he was in there.
By himself?
Yeah.
And he's how old?
3.
And when you say he wasn't eating, were you trying to feed him?
Yes, I was. I went and bought the powder from GNC, the weight powder.
Protein
And
powder?
I bought the insurance. I did everything I could. He wasn't eating. And I was
You ever
going
tried to take him to the doctor?
I was scared. I was scared that they was going to take my other kids. I was so scared.
So how long had he not been eating?
Like a couple weeks.
And you never took him to the doctor or anything to try to figure out what was going on?
No.
Because you were afraid they were going to take your other kids?
Yes.
But if it's
he was malnutrition.
right, but if it's a medical condition.
I should have taken the right thing.
But okay, so at the end of March, you're saying you woke up one morning.
Because I made the kids breakfast and I went in there to get him up and I gave him some water and he fell back down. So I'm like, he's not breathing.
What do you mean he fell back? So he was up.
No, he wasn't up. Like I set him up, but he wasn't responding.
Was he cold? I mean,
yeah, he was.
So you got.
I did not beat.
Even the damn detective is fed up. He ain't made it through half the interrogation. Like, so you hear him breathing like, what? You didn't take your one child because you were afraid. You were scared that they were going to take your other child. Well, guess what, dummy? What do you think is going to happen now? Not only is your child unalive, but your other 5 children, guess what's going to happen to them? You think they're going to skip down the yellow brick road? They are about to be taken to CPS. The same thing that you feared. It's now the same thing that has come to fruition. You were scared that they were going to take your children. Guess what they're going to do now, dummy? And now you have a child that is unalive. They're going to already take your other 5 children. And guess where you're going to be? You think you're going to be sitting on the couch smoking a blunt? Or you think your whack ass is going to get ready to be in prison for like the next 20 years, dummy? Even the detective is like, had to regain his composure.
If it's a medical condition.
I should have taken the right thing.
But okay, so at the end of March, you're saying you woke up one morning.
Because I made the kids breakfast and I went in there to get him up and I gave him some water and he fell back down. So I'm like, he's not breathing.
What do you mean he fell back? So he was up.
No, he wasn't up. Like I set him up, but he wasn't responding.
Was he cold? I mean.
Yeah, he was.
So you got.
I didn't touch him for anything. I put down my dead brother. I didn't.
You were able to move him around.
Yes. I was scared. I didn't know who to call.
So you woke him up, you sat him up, you tried to wake him up. He wasn't awake.
No.
You
and
tried
then I
to.
felt his heart. He wasn't breathing.
So you tried to sit him up. He fell back down.
Yes.
You laid him in the hallway, and then you decided you were going to call, but you were scared that they would take your other kids.
Yes. I dialed 911 on my phone, but I didn't. It didn't go through.
So you put him in the basement.
Yes.
So explain to me at that point exactly what you did.
Okay, I found one of the play bags and I put him in
Like a laundry bag?
Yep. And then I walked him downstairs and put him in the basement.
So you put him in a bag first?
Yes.
Upstairs?
In the hallway. You
put him in the bag, then you carried the bag down into the basement?
Yes.
And you have a refrigerator in the basement?
A freezer.
Is it like a?
It was there when I moved there. It's like.
Well, describe it to me. Does it look like a refrigerator? Or does it look like one of those like deep freezers that's kind of like this big?
No, it's an old back in the day refrigerator.
Okay.
It doesn't have a freezer.
Just one big refrigerator.
Yeah.
One big, like a door.
Yeah.
Is it plugged in? Was it working?
It was working, but I don't know what happened. And I swear I was going to turn myself into everything.
So at the end of March, so you put him in there, and then that was it.
Yes.
You never checked. You never tried to move the body. You never tried to do anything with it.
Well, I went down there like a couple of weeks ago, and I just got on my knees and prayed.
When did you discover that the refrigerator wasn't working?
Last week.
Last week.
Yes.
So when you initially put him in there, the refrigerator was working.
Yeah.
Working.
It was working, but I don't know what happened. And I swear I was gonna turn myself into everything. I was
So at the end of March, so you put him in there, and then that was it.
Yes.
You never checked. You never tried to move the body. You never tried to do anything with it.
Well, I went down there like a couple of weeks ago, and I just got on my knees and prayed. And
When did you discover that the refrigerator wasn't working?
last week.
Last week.
Yes.
So when you initially put him in there, the refrigerator was working.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I did not beat him or anything. He just wouldn't eat. He wasn't eating. Like, I did call my dad and say, Dad, he's not eating. I don't know what to do. And they did tell me to take him to the hospital, and I didn't listen.
So since March, none of your family members or anybody have asked like where he's at or anybody, and
I kept lying and saying he was with someone. And I wanted to open up to him, but I was so scared.
Okay. Before we write all that down, I just want to get a few things from you.
Look at her sitting across the table from a fate worse than death. Not only is your child gone, but you're about to be gone. Your freedom is about to be taken. The same thing that you were scared of is now coming to fruition. You will never see that house again. You will never see freedom again. Okay? Everything that you protect your children are out of here. How much sense does that make? And she's sitting over there like she just failed a spelling test. Like she just lost a spelling bee. Bitch, what is wrong with you? And this is the sector of society that Chrisean represents. And you wonder why we grab our torches and our freaking pitchfork and we're outside. We don't want this to happen. We don't want to be the witness to this. Do you guys not get it? This is the reason why we go so hard. This is us. Do you see it or not? Can we answer any other questions for you sawed-off bastards or not? And you ask me how I'm doing. I'm upset. This is what we don't want to see. This is the end result in our head. This is the reason for the A urgency and the ASAP without the Rocky. For crying out loud. You guys have a problem with us trying to save a soul? You guys are diabolical. And you deserve a smack for that. How dare you call us haters when we could give a flying fuck what she does with her life outside of Junior. Jesus Louisius. This is downright awful. Willing to bet her folks knew she had issues. They did. They raised her. Notice how she's constantly trying to excuse her BS. And I done already told you, the woman already told you that the child died from blunt force trauma. That's why she keeps on saying, I didn't beat him. I didn't beat him. Like that's going to make a difference. You, girl, what is wrong with you? And this is the society that we live in. This is people that are feeding this woman's delusion. And you wonder why we speak on this. And they're asking how we're doing. We're upset. Can't ain't go 50-50 with no hoe. Yep, making herself sound like a victim when she said no one noticed he was gone. Like how? My family wants to see my kids. They could care less if they see me. Exactly. I'm afraid Chrisean won't ever be questioned and will get away with Junior's demise. They gave her the issues. What are we look? And she's not even emotional. She's not even emotional. She's sitting over there like she just lost a spelling bee. She's sitting over there like her car just got repossessed and she don't know where the keys at. She's sitting over there like her keys, the keys to her house was on the same ring as the car that get repossessed. What are we looking at? My favorite is Sean David Wade, Blonay, and Battle Truth. They break everything down. Nah. This is terrible. Look what happened to you. You lost a child on death, lost your other kids, and destroyed your life forever. Now you're going to be sitting in prison, you dumb dummy. You dumb bunny. And the people that were rooting for you and rallying you and the people that you was chilling with and beat. You and then she gonna talk about that her boyfriend slept in the car in the driveway. Why did you even have a boyfriend? And he probably was so disgusted but didn't have anywhere to go and couldn't sleep in the same house when just yards away you had a child shoved into a refrigerator and not even a freezer. Make it make sense. I'm done.
California. Want a free iPhone?
He had to take a minute to regain his composure. Damn shame.
So your deceased son, his name is Chance. Chase.
AYCE.
Yes. Last name is what?
Allen.
And what's his date of birth?
9/18.
So he's almost going to be 4.
Yes.
And you have how many other children?
5.
Can you give me their names and dates of birth? Also, she's 2 months?
Yes.
So you had her right after he passed?
Mm-hmm.
Who all was home when that happened?
Just me and the kids.
Nobody else lives there.
No.
None of your baby daddies, no boyfriend. They're not going to find, because they're searching the house right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no male clothing or somebody's stuff there that lives there.
He wasn't there to find.
Who's he?
My baby daddy.
What's his?
I lied and told him he was with, because he did ask, and I told him he was with a lady, but he don't know he's in the basement.
And what's his name?
I just wanted to add, when they're in interrogation, they don't ask you questions. Most of the questions that they ask, they already know the answer to. That's the reason why he threw that hint out there. There's nobody there, that we wouldn't find any men's clothing in your home. You just had a baby right after that child passed. She was pregnant doing this. She had 5 other children aged 2 months to 9 years old. She was a baby making machine. She was a man pleaser. She was digmatized. She wasn't having those children out of love. Constantly trying to have her baby hairs so strategically and perfectly placed, worrying about what she's wearing and how these men are looking at her and trying to be everything to a man. And she kept getting pregnant. Are your baby hairs in place now? Are you looking cute? Swear to God.
What's his date of birth?
Who? The dad's?
Yeah. And where's he right now?
At work, I think.
Where's he work at?
Landscaping.
At night? They don't cut grass at night.
Well, he was at work earlier. I'm sorry. I don't know where he is now.
What's his phone number?
And he sleeps in the driveway.
He doesn't sleep in the house.
No. No, he doesn't. Because me and him are not together. But he asked to just stay there to get himself together.
But his stuff's in the house.
Yeah.
What kind of car does he drive?
A black Tahoe.
Black Tahoe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what year?
No. I'm not sure.
Is it newer, older?
Older.
Anything descriptive about you can tell me about it that stands out? Is it tinted, big wheels, anything?
Just the old Tahoe.
Is it rusted up and banged up, accident damage, anything?
Yeah.
I understand if you're trying to protect somebody.
No, I'm
hold on. Okay. Like, I just want to make sure, and I'm not accusing you of lying to me or trying to be an a-hole or anything like that, okay? Just hear me out, okay? I understand this your baby daddy. That's the father of some of your kids. You know, if something happened and you're trying to cover up for him, you need to think about your other kids.
No,
and you need to be there for them.
No,
so if he did something to that child and you're trying to cover up for him, you should just, you need to tell me.
No, I swear on my kids, I swear.
So you're telling me for the last
yes,
4 months.
You can call my dad too, because me and him got into it and my dad made him move out. And ever since then, he been sleeping in the driveway.
I understand that you've been sleeping in the driveway, but what I'm saying is, so for 4 months, he didn't ask.
Yes, he asked. And
he never didn't. I mean, 4 months is a long time for a kid to be away.
Yeah,
and for him not to wonder where this child is. He's not the father of that child?
No, he was wondering where he was. He kept asking me, and I kept lying and saying he was with someone.
So
and he kept saying that didn't sound right to him.
Where's Chase's dad?
Incarcerated.
He's in jail?
Mm-hmm.
None of his family members ever came and visited the child or anything like that? Grandma, nothing?
No.
Okay.
AI can now build a website in 90 seconds, while the only AI most people over
Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because I'm sure you guys have a lot to say. Oh, the smell would have been unbearable. And she is trying to protect this man. God knows why. Now, I don't know if she was the one who struck him in the head and ultimately ended that child's life, or the father, but he knew something. You cannot live or be in the same vicinity or even visit or talk to somebody like this every day and be in an intimate relationship. You got this woman pregnant. That's an intimate relationship, and not know what's going on and not know who you're dealing with. Why do you think we point the finger at Blueface? He knew he was fucking crazy. He knew he was engaging with with cuckoo crazy. He knew it. He said it in several videos. But this is what happens when a man lets his smaller head think for his bigger head. Lust is the easiest way to get to you. Lust is the easiest avenue, and it will take the best of us down. Best believe that. Okay? Poor baby. Yes. Who is Chrisean's new boyfriend, Bologna? Do you find anything else about him? Well, I think his name is Matthew something, Nathan Martinez. He is a professional boxer or a pro boxer or some type of boxer. A lot of men that are with her are simply with her because they want to sleep with her, whether they want the clout or not, right? Because some people she sees behind closed doors. If you guys think just because she hasn't came out and said, I'm with him, he's with me, just because she ain't came out and announced it, don't mean that she ain't still behind the scenes doing the same thing that she's been doing. See, that's the thing with people who operate under mental disorders, okay, or who are not all the way there, is that they do the same thing over and over again and expect a different results. They do not change their patterns. This is why I bring about these certain personality disorders and patterns, because we keep seeing it. We've been seeing it for 3+ years. And she hasn't switched up yet. If she could get an award, a medal, a gold medal, some accolades, she deserves an Oscar and an Emmy. Okay? If it's for staying consistent in her path, that bitch, give that bitch a EGOT. Okay? She deserves an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Give that whole EGOT. 4 of them bitches. Because she ain't let us down yet. And her performance is immaculate. The fuck? Sia should tap out at any time, but her stubbornness and self-righteousness won't allow it. Oh no. You'll never get through. You will never. She will never admit defeat. She will never take accountability because her illness will never let her. And she actually believes what she's saying, y'all. She actually believes. Now, she deals with real reality, which is humiliation that's buried, which is shame, which is accountability. She deals with that when she's alone, and it's nothing but her in silence. Because the truth of the matter is, you can't run from yourself, because everywhere you go, there you are. Okay? Shout out to Sugar Free. And in the silence and the stillness of her own, she battles demons daily. And this is why she cries out often. You guys pray for me. The demons at me. I thought you were saved and sanctified. You point the finger at us, call us poor and everything else under the sun. You act like you're so righteous and you know everything about the Bible backwards and forwards. But then you sit in the same breath. You guys pray for me, because these demons are coming. Now they've been there. They ain't never left. Why would somebody who is saved, who has found themselves, who has changed their life, who has taken a different path, pray, ask that you guys pray, ask strangers to pray for her every day? Figure that out. How old is she? Because she seems like a minor. I don't know. I tried to find her age. They don't even say her name. Do they say her name on here? I don't know. I don't know how old she is, but the grief of losing Junior would cause the world immeasurable. Yes, cause the world is immeasurable. Yes, he's become a star. Yeah, he's become the star. All right. She sounds like a little boy, like Chrisean. How old is she? Exactly. Baby hair means nothing behind bars. I'm trying to tell you. Do they have a mugshot of her? I don't know. They might. So her boyfriend did it? No, we don't know. But she's trying to protect him. Obviously, she's talking about, now I don't know if she's trying to protect her government assistants or whatever. Oh, he don't stay here. Girl, you ain't never going, girl, you ain't never going to see that house again. Okay? Give it up, girl. Give it up, Buttercup. You ain't never going to see EBT. You ain't never going to see welfare, girl. You ain't never going to see it again. So I don't know why you try to, he don't live in, no, he's sleeping. No, girl, shut up. Blonay, I'm from Linwood, and I worked in LA County probation before I transferred to the fire department, and we never hear what happens to the first responders and investigators. I got stories for days, and I'm sure you do. I'm sure this has an impact on people. You can hear this man, whoever's doing the interrogation, he's trying to regain his composure. You can hear the disbelief in his voice. He got to retract. You hear this man regroup from whoop whoop several times in order to get through this interrogation. It is mind-boggling. It's beyond human comprehension. But he has to do a job. He has a job to do. Shout out to Clear Ashes for bringing clarity to that situation. She swears on her kids, but one is red rum. Thank you. The nerve, for real. Who? Yeah, little head equals big dummy. Blueface picked money over Chrisean'S mindset and did. And he will forever be tied to her and Junior. I don't care how much you try to separate yourself. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care. But she's celibate. Celibate my ass. She been knocking boots and doing the same thing that she been doing since day one. Just because she quiet and don't let us know and don't announce it, it's because it doesn't fit her narrative. That's why she's supposed to be on this holy journey. And I meditate and I fast and girl, please, you preaching to the choir, okay? That's what you're doing. You're preaching to the choir. Somebody says, Blonay, remember when she was talking to a guy in the car that day and she was ignoring Junior? That's probably the dude. Exactly. We see hints of it. And she up here smiling. Girl, I'm sure some neighbors are going to testify they saw her boyfriend every day. Exactly. Fess up now. Don't defend that ninja. What's up, sis? Shout out to you guys. Let's go.
Okay. So what I want you to do, we're just going to go over everything again. Mm-hmm. We're going to write it out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Do you understand this is a criminal investigation?
No.
So the next question is going to be basically the bulk of your story here. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what happened to your son, Chase?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to write down what you told me, and then you can review it, and then we can ask some other questions if we need to clarify anything, okay? So you said that your son suffered from numerous medical and he stopped eating.
Yes.
For about close to 3 weeks. Yes. And then you said you woke up. You don't remember the exact date?
No.
It was the end of March?
Yes.
You discovered that he was deceased.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't breathing.
You didn't call 911. You were scared that they were going to take your other kids away.
Yes.
So you put him in a laundry bag.
Yes.
And took him to the basement and placed him into the freezer.
Yes.
And he's been there ever since.
Yes.
Then today, the police showed up, checking on his whereabouts.
Yes.
And when they said they needed to come inside to make sure he wasn't in the house, you told them to come in and that you confessed.
Yes.
You said he's in the basement.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to write down. Is that basically it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I wrote down what we just went over. Remember, I asked you where he slept. So, where did Chase sleep?
In the second one.
Did he sleep in his own bedroom?
Yep.
Do you remember what time it was in the morning when you found him?
Like 11 something.
In the morning, right?
Yes.
Remember, I asked you who all lives in the house, and you said just you and your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You said your baby daddy lives in his car in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Sr. I asked you what kind of car he drove, and you said it was an older model, black Chevy Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked you his phone number, and you told me it was. And I asked you how many kids you had other than Chase, and you said 5, right?
Yes.
Ranging in age from 2 months to 9, or 2 months to how old?
9 to 2 months.
2 months. Then I asked you their names and their dates of birth, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to list that on here too, okay? Did anybody threaten you in any way or promise you anything to make this statement?
No.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Looking for tax help? Now there are TurboTax experts.
This is what I need you to do. I need you to go through everything we wrote down, okay? And it's in a question and answer format, okay? Q's for what I asked you. A is going to be your answer. I want you to go ahead and read it at the end of each one of your answers. Like this one's a super long answer because that's the bulk of your story. It's going to end up on the next page even. At the end of each answer, I need you to initial, okay? In the bottom of each page, I need you to sign, date, and time, okay? The time now is 3:17 a.m., okay? Sorry, there you go.
Where do I initial them on the back?
Yeah, well, no. Whenever that goes on to the next one. So you initial at the end of each answer. So you know what I'm saying?
At the bottom.
Yeah. So then go to the next page and then you can sign. And then date 6/24/22. And the time is 3:17 a.m.
Oh.
You order no, okay. That's still a continuation of your answer. So just initial that top one too. The end of that, yeah. You sign date and time the bottom of each page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. You know what else I want you to do? I want you to make a line like this and a line like that and the remaining lines. Okay?
Mm-hmm. A big X?
Yeah, big X. Not on what we wrote, but covering, yeah. What was Chase's date of birth?
9/1/18.
You know, we're gonna because I didn't put Chase on here. We're gonna add Chase, okay? Alan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what was that?
Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
9/1/18.
Then you're okay with that? We added that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Were there the other people you talked to?
Oh yeah. Well, as far as what do you mean?
They told me I'd be talking to a lot of people.
I think primarily for right now, you're going to be talking with me.
Okay.
But there might be one or two other people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this form right here. So I'm going to have to take a buccal swab from you, which is like do you know what that is? It's like a DNA sample. All I do is like swab the inside of your cheek, okay?
Okay.
So if you grant me permission, you just can sign on this form. Okay.
What is this for?
This is just we can test anything we need to test.
Okay.
Just sign there. And then the date and the time, 6:24. And it's it's 3:23 a.m. All right. Okay, I'll be right back with that, okay?
The investigation ultimately led to a resolution in court. Franz pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, and in exchange, several additional charges, including felony murder, first-degree child abuse, torture, and concealing the death of an individual, were dismissed. She was sentenced to 35 to 60 years in prison and is The investigation ultimately led to a resolution in court. Franz
This is what evil looks like. Your fave influencer, your fave celebrity. This is what failure looks like. This is the face of evil. Not what you expected, right? Be careful out there, y'all. Looks can be deceiving. Everything that glitters ain't gold. You have to have discernment. That means to be able to tell the difference between spiritually. You got to stop hooking up with people just because they're cute and got a fat ass or a big D, or because they say nice things to you or treat you nice. You got to stop excusing demons. You have to start vetting people, else you are going to get caught up. Okay? Just like Tupac said, you better watch it or be a victim of this white man's world. Because we damn sure ain't running it. Look at her. And they let her get away with it for so long. She got away with murder. That's what she did. Murder, she wrote. And it's always the innocents. And everybody is somebody that deserves it. Why you don't go after the bad guys? Why is it never somebody who deserves it? Is it true that assholes live forever? Because I'm starting to think that's more than just a t-shirt that I got in my closet or a hat I wear on the weekends. Why is it always the innocent and defenseless? You lying piece of shit. And for the people that are around her and that were around her and the naysayers and the flying monkeys, you should be ashamed of yourself and you will get your just desserts. None of us can exact karma because we don't know the time nor the place. And you better watch for your own because we're not perfect. We all got karma coming our way. Some good and some not so good. Two can exist at the same time. I've been good for most of my life. I've been a good-hearted person for most of my life. That don't mean I ain't done wrong. You think I've gotten all the bad karma I'm going to get? I haven't. But I've been mostly a good person. You think I've gotten all the good I'm going to get? I haven't. You got to take it as it comes. You can't be prepared because you know not the time nor the place. And just like Jesus is going to come like a thief in the night. Whether you believe it or not is really irrelevant. When I tell you the truth, good or bad, I'm included in it. So is you and your mama. Fuck. We're all in this together. You guys have to know that. Let's look at the end of this and look at how our baby hair is all in place. That's how you got Devontae Jr. the third, who's sleeping outside in the motherfucking parking lot. That's a lie, and the truth ain't in you. Cause ain't no nigga on God's creation. Was he black? Was it a nigga? Cause ain't no nigga that I know is gonna sleep in no car in the driveway unless the smell from that body was just too much for him. That's the only way he was sleeping outside in the car, because what? Let me see what y'all are saying before I play the end of it, because what? Let's just look at the end. It's only a couple of seconds, y'all.
Guilty to second-degree murder, and in exchange, several additional charges, including felony murder, first-degree child abuse.
Just look at her. And you trying to console her, lady, we need to snatch some of them braids out your head and take off all them bright-ass colors. Ain't nothing bright around about this damn case. And you got the nerd app hoop earrings on and some motherfucking teal-ass suit on. Girl, you should have been wearing black. Like you came straight to court from a funeral. Got the nerve to have a bright ass color. Take down that pink, whatever the fuck this is, this damn tablet. Should nothing be bright around it. It should be all darkness. Crazy lady.
Torture and concealing the death of an individual were dismissed. She was sentenced to 35.
Look at her. You're ugly. And I'm not seeing your physical looks. I don't give a fuck. Them baby hairs and that perfect ponytail, it's over. And that's what you lived for. So you could be the pretty one. So you could be accepted. You were telling your tea, and all along we were drinking piss. Shame on you.
5 to 60 years in prison and is now in the custody of the Michigan Department of Corrections. As the case unfolded, investigators determined that the abuse leading to Chase Allen's death had occurred inside the home over time, ending with the fatal head injury in March 2022. Of the Michigan Department of Corrections. As the case unfolded, investigators determined that the abuse leading to Chase Allen's death had occurred inside the home over time, ending with the fatal head injury in March 2022. Prosecutors treated the evidence as part of a broader pattern of violence that resulted in his death, rather than an isolated incident.
A broader pattern of violence that took place over time. Did you get all that?
The 5 other children in the home, who were between the ages of 3 months and 9 years old, were removed following the discovery and placed into the foster care system under the supervision of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. In the aftermath, a civil lawsuit was filed by Juwan Allen, the father of Chase Allen, against the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and its Child Protective Services employees. The lawsuit alleges negligence in how interactions with the household were handled, focusing on whether warning signs were missed.
Why is she covering her face? Is it shame? Is it humiliation? A court case and proceedings is not just to find justice. The person that is the guilty party is put through a humiliation ritual. When you have to be out there for the world to see as they play out everything that you did, all the evidence, the exact crime that you did, they bring up your interrogation video. They bring up all of the videos, all of the text, all of the Instagram posts, everything, and they compile it into a humiliation ritual as they search for justice and prove that a crime was committed. And then they exact justice on you. They give you a sentencing date. Let this be a lesson to all of us. You don't want this. Do the right thing. Do right by people in the first place, and you won't be going through this. Because I'm telling you, this is what awaits you. This is what's going to await Chrisean. Yeah. Look at her. Hiding her face. For what, bitch? Because you're humiliated? Embarrassed, maybe? Shame? The same things that you buried within inside of yourself, which allowed you to act like you were living a normal life and pretend like you didn't do what you did. This is the cracked mask of the narcissist, of the mental illness, the demons that you allowed to live inside of you. That's why she's hiding her face. Amen. Hey girl, what's going on, Cynicus? Thank you so much for joining us. But she just said that the doctor told her that she needed a colonoscopy and she went to get the colonoscopy. So why does she go to the doctor? So please ask her why she goes to the doctor. But she wants us, but it makes sense. People gonna come for us. Like we're the bad guy. Well, you know what? We will be the bad guy. Not bad, not a baddie, but the bad guy. We're the ones that aren't happy. We're bitter. We're evil. Oh, yeah? But yet, what led up to her going to the doctor? Thank you. And then she stood up there asking the doctor questions, just listening. And what are you doing? Listening to the doctor and doing what? What the doctor is telling you. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Show your face. Show your face. Exactly. There was resources everywhere. Yep. When Chrisean go to court, we should make that a vacation. I would love to go to that trial. Girl, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I wouldn't give a damn if I had one eye and one leg. You wasn't hiding your face when you was committing them crimes, when you was trying to look cute for all them men, and when you was entertaining men and entertaining the devil at the same time. That's all right if you can juggle it, right? You got your children, you got the men, you're juggling everything. You suck, okay? You a lie, the truth ain't in you. You're fake and your raps ain't real. Hope. Sean went to the colonic. Most doctors do not suggest them, but will suggest a colonoscopy. Oh, really? They won't suggest a colonic? Girl, I probably need one. Yeah. So y'all see it. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Okay? At the end of the day. Might as well let you hear the last few sentences. I mean, why not?
And whether earlier intervention could have prevented what happened. In the end, the legal system addressed the case through a plea and sentencing, bringing a formal conclusion to the criminal proceedings, while the details uncovered during the investigation remain central to understanding how it happened and how it was ultimately prosecuted. If you found this video informative,
again, shout out to the Interrogator Files for bringing us that clip. I truly, truly appreciate that. That's all I got. Okay? And I hope this was a wake-up call. I hope this was also an explanation as to why we advocate for Junior and why we go so hard. I hope this answered a lot of your questions. I just hope it does. I hope it explains this image. Do these people look happy or not? This is why we advocate for Junior, because this is the outcome that we see. It is a possibility. And then what are people going to do? They're going to be sitting up there looking crazy like they always do. How did this happen? Bitch, like this. You want to watch any of my videos? I wonder how this happened. Like this, bitch. We're living it. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I wonder how it got to this. Like this, hoe. Just like this. Right? But don't worry. It's for us, it just is what it is. It's another day of being real. What else do you want from us? Somebody said I'm in the DMV and meet you there. For real. We're cracking the mask. And that's the most dangerous thing you can do, is cause a narcissistic injury. I don't know if y'all know or not. When you expose the narcissist, that is the most dangerous move you can make. But we're going to continue to crack that mask. And I want to leave you guys with this. It's not just about one tragic case. It's about the consequences of neglect. When a child's medical needs are not met, emotional needs, and basic care go unanswered, because children, especially children with special needs, depend completely on adults to advocate for them. to protect them, and to seek help when something is wrong. And when that protection fails, the outcome is irreversible. So hold on to your torches, figuratively. Hold on to your pitchforks. Because today's video is a cautionary tale, not for shock value, but for awareness. We're talking about accountability, recognizing warning signs, and why early medical intervention can literally mean the difference between life and death, you freaking dodo birds. I want to hear from you. If you believe that children deserve protection, advocacy, and access to care, like this video. Thank you for commenting your thoughts on how the community can better protect vulnerable children. And subscribe for discussions that shine light on difficult but necessary conversations, because sometimes awareness is the first step towards preventing the next tragedy. That's all we're saying, you guys. We're not speaking anything into existence. We're not saying this is what will happen, but can is a very powerful word, right? That's all I got, y'all. Thank you so much for joining this conversation. And I will be back with another live video. I got a few more things to show you, but I'm out. Until next time, America.
Can't reach you, he'll send 3 things. 1, he'll send a monitoring spirit, someone placed in your life to block your growth. And here's the catch. It's usually the last person you'd expect. 2, he'll send distractions. It could be a substance you can't seem to shake, or a job that drains your soul, but you stay because it's safe. All of it keeping you stuck. 3, the big one. He'll send a relationship you don't even need, one that pulls you in with temptation, usually in the form of lust, because lust is the easiest doorway, and this is the truth no one tells you. The real battleground is your mind. If you guard your mind, you control your life.
So open discussion with Joe. So this how I go. So somebody asked me how you deal with a liar, a person that just repeatedly lie about everything. Like they lie about where they at, they lie about where they been, they lie about where they came from, they lie about where they mama stay, they lie about where they homeboy stay, where they homegirl stay, all that. They just lie for no reason. But you really care about that person, like you really into that person. You've been dating this person for like 5 to 6, and you just you see that the cycles of lies, it just continue. How can you build that person? Me personally, this is my theory, y'all. I'm just telling you about me. I'm not finna try to build nobody like that. I personally finna get the fuck from around me, because if I can't trust you to just tell me where you at, or because being personally, I'm not even finna ask you. If we have a casual conversation and I hear noise in the background, I mean be like, oh, where you at, baby? You straight? You good? Whatever, however, and they just continuously lie or just lie for no reason. That's a red flag right there. You can't even keep a G with me, so how I'm gonna trust you to even try to build with you? I'm not. From me to you, if you feel like you want to build up, you're going to kind of drive yourself crazy in a sense, because you're going to always keep that third eye open. You're going to always be like, well, is this person lying about this, or this person lying about that? What is they really telling the truth? It's like you ain't going to really ever be able to get comfortable with that person, because you don't know the truth from a lie.
And now I'm telling the world, I am not your son anymore, because you just sent me 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs You want to expose it? Send all the pictures. She says she recorded me because I got naked. I got naked for a reason, to expose any people. What are you teaching your smaller siblings? Because I'm not your sibling no more. And now I'm telling the world, I am not your sibling no more. Because you just sent me 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. You want to expose it?
Hey, y'all dirty as hell. My kids are good.
Hell no. JJ either drunk some shit or what, because she too into the music.
And this is why y'all always wonder why I'm always talking about our culture, our people. You always talking about black people, the bad shit we do. Yeah, because this is the root of the problem. We got to get to the root of the problem. This is what's been setting us back. Passing down fuckery to generation after generation. And it's still going on. The white man ain't do this. The white man ain't got nothing to do with grown-ass adults in the black culture passing this shit down to these little girls. And if they supposed to be the future, this is the kids that's going to lead? I think not. We're doomed. This is what keeps setting us back 200 years. No matter how many rights and all that shit we get, no matter how far we make it, if we keep doing this shit, this is 5 steps backwards. And y'all be mad at me. Yo, it's not, the music ain't got, Liz, like, they got this shit down packed. The little girl right here on the left with the juice in her hand, look at her whole face. She got that shit down packed. The little girl in the middle throwing up the middle finger. She licking out her tongue and all of that shit. Sad, disgusting. This is disgusting, and y'all get mad when people look at us like fucking animals. This is disgusting. It's the village shit is no longer here. Like, we threw that shit out the window years ago. And that's the problem. You got this dumb motherfucker who recorded. You hear what he's saying. You got the mother who's letting them, oh, my kids is turned up. Like, all of this shit. It's people like us that's against it, but it's a lot of motherfuckers that's egging this behavior on. And this is what's going to keep us fucked. I'm going to keep talking about it until we realize we are the problem. We the problem, not the white man, not the systematic racism and all. We are the fucking problem that keep holding us back.
Don't point the finger at me.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh. Drink it. She asked for another bottle.
I'm reacting. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm a lot of things too. But I'm not reaching out to all you fuckers that was standing there while the baby was being made and did nothing.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
I'm just gonna... no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door.
Even you, with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
I'm just gonna... no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door because it's cold.
Lying. I'm just gonna... no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door because it's cold.
You did nothing. You watched her. You watched her because you were scared she was in control of the money.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Money out of
Drinking here in the thing. Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing. Him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
money. I'd have snatched her ass up and took her the fuck home and made sure she at least got the mental help and counseling that she needed during her pregnancy. She wouldn't have to regret it for the rest of her life. Ladies!
Stay healthy, make informed choices, and reach out for support if you need it.
You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out